Everything happens for a reason. The paths we take or the choices we make leads us to success or failure. Some paths guide our future. One path we all must walk is the one leading to our careers. Once we have decided on that career, we begin taking the steps that lead us to our goal. I never thought that following my dream would be a difficult journey, and it all started when I was just a child. As a child, I was asked on numerous occasions what I wanted to be when I grew up. All through my elementary years, I would answer that question with either an art teacher, an artist, a music teacher, or musician. In middle school, I was a little more focused, and I knew I wanted to be a teacher. My only issue was that I was unsure what I wanted to teach, whether it be art, music, or math. Once high school started, I kept changing my mind between a math teacher or an elementary teacher. After realizing that even though I am good at math and love solving problems, that's not a career choice. I didn't want to work with math nonstop for the rest of my life. I wanted to be the kind of teacher who could encourage her students to never give up, no matter how difficult school can be. I knew that I would be able to make more of a positive impact on the lives of children by focusing on elementary education. After graduating high school in 2007, I moved to Lookout Mountain, Georgia, where I attended Covenant College. However, I was only there for one semester after realizing that although I loved the mountains, Covenant was not the right school for me. So in January 2008, I transferred to Toccoa Falls College, where I spent the next 4.5 years studying and training to become a teacher. Although I was busy with 3 jobs, my classes, drama club, and band, I successfully graduated in May 2012. I was so excited because I was finally there. I obtained my bachelor's degree, the first in my immediate family, and my teaching certificate. I was finally going to teach. The years following graduation caused me to think that I chose an unobtainable goal. There have been days where I thought it wasn't worth all this frustration. Then I look at all the hiking trails I've done and remember that even though those were difficult, I completed them. I have a goal and I will achieve my goal. In 2012-2013 school year, I had to become a substitute after having my resume rejected several times. The 2013-2014 school year started to look the same after more rejections. Finally, I was offered a full-time substitute position at a local middle school. That year was not easy. However, in January, I was offered the media clerk position. That is where I first realized my love for working in a library. Over the years, books have become my escape. I never thought that I could have a career with them. I didn't follow through due to fear. Fear of continual failure, fear of more student loans, fear that I would lose interest in my favorite pastime, and fear that it would take too long. The following school year, after more rejections, I settled back into a full-time substitute position. I thought, finally, I'll be able to have a teaching job. This looks promising. However, after getting Staff of the Month, I was still rejected for a teaching position. Last year, the 2015-2016 school year, I taught pre-K at a local daycare. While I was excited about finally teaching, something wasn't right. I thought, what if I chose the wrong profession? What if I wasted all these years following a dream that wasn't right for me? I finished the year and then I quit. I turned my back on teaching. I tried to pursue a different career, but even that didn't work. Something wasn't right, and I couldn't figure out why. Every day I came home from work, I would grab a book. I found solace in my books. Then, I remembered how happy I was as the media clerk. I was still making an impact on the lives of children while encouraging them to take adventures. I realized that my real dream was to be a media specialist. After taking the steps necessary to start down that path, I now find myself as a full-time substitute again, but at least I'm in school working on that goal. Everyone has goals. Sometimes those goals never change. Other times they must be tweaked as the person grows up and finds out who they are. That is what I did. I figured out that my goal had to change to match who I have become as an adult. Now I am happy with the path I have set.